Mullet Society net. W4GCM is the official call sign of the Gulf Coast Mullet Society. This net meets Thursday evenings at 6 Central, 7 Eastern, on 385 kilocycles in AM mode with W4GCM being the net control station. Gulf Coast Mullet Society was formed July 27th, 2002 for the preservation and use of two-type AM amateur radio equipment. This is directed net. Your net control for this Thursday evening is KO4SSY, Billy, located in Murphy, North Carolina. As we know, this is low power month, so hoping everybody only gets 60s, 80s, 40s, T60s, or whatever you have. If you only have bigger stuff, that's fine too. There will be 2 awards given out this year. The station that is running the lowest power and the greatest distance from the net control station will be awarded the official low power first place certificate. Also, the station running the least amount of power will win the Gulf Coast Mullet Society How Low Can You Go certificate. February 22nd, the low power contest will take place. W4TP will be your net control station and the master of ceremonies. Stations reporting should provide his or her call sign, a brief station description, and the level of RF output to the antenna. And let me get over here to the next one. Am I low modulation? I need to turn it up a little bit. Or am I too high? Let me check. Am I needing more modulation, or what's the deal here?
You're pretty low, Billy. Turn it up some more.
How about that?
That's pretty good there.
Alrighty, thank you. Sorry about that. And the 3rd annual frequency measuring contest for 2024. The frequency measuring contest will be held this year on March the 21st, 2024. Don WD4EGF will be measuring all stations. After the initial check-in, the frequency will be checked and recorded on each station. During each station's comments, the station with the frequency nearest to 3885 kilocycles will win first prize. First place will win a handheld frequency counter. That will be a second place award certificate given out also. Only those stations with the BFO may participate in this contest. During your comments, tell the net control that you plan to participate. Please announce the rig you're transmitting on and that you're employing BFO. An entire net frequency and audio will be uploaded to YouTube. Good luck all. Alrighty, I think that's all my announcements for now. And so, in remembrance of our Mullet Society silent keys and appreciation for our veterans and law enforcement members, I'd like to group 30 seconds of silence in their honor, starting now. Very much. This is W4GCM with the Gulf Coast Mullet Society AM Radio Net. Are there any general announcements for the good of the net? If so, come now with your full call sign phonetically.
KO4SSY WA4FUU.
Was that you, Richard, W4FUU? I should be running plenty. We got something going on?
Well, I can barely hear you. I just want to make sure. I know it's low power, but it's not high power for the net control.
Yeah, I'm running power, so it shouldn't be an issue. I don't know what's going on. I never have a problem with that here, so I don't No. Maybe I'm just not getting into the mic well enough. So anyways, do you have anything for the net?
No, I don't. And I'm not being critical. It's just that your audio, for someone reading you sound good, Billy. And so forth. I just didn't understand the reason for the low audio, but you seem to have, whatever it was, you got over it.
Well, you're in the right spot for some good AM, buddy. N5 TSL. This is WD5BZO. In the Roadhouse. Do you have a copy?
Alrighty. Well, I'll try to keep my mouth into the mic. I guess that's what's been going on. Are there any stations wishing to list items for sale or items that are needed? Please come now with your full call sign phonetically.
Over here, I've been listening for a little while,
And hearing none, Sam, are you on frequency this evening? We will stand by for you to give the official Gulf Coast Mullet Society mystic statement.
Roger, roger. Got a good signal, Billy. I'm hearing you pretty well. I think it's just band conditions. I think we're having some weird solar flare conditions now. But anyway, I've noticed it affects the propagation on the internet too. So that's the way it goes. All right, here's the official Gulf Coast Mullet Society mystic statement. The mullet has a gizzard like a chicken. Could it be that the mullet is a chicken of the sea? KF4TXQ back to W4GCM. Thank you, Billy.
Alright, thank you, Sam. It wouldn't be the same without you, and we appreciate you always hanging out to give that mystic statement for us. It's always a pleasure to get to chat with you and to hear you. Alrighty, this is W4GCM with the Gulf Coast Mullet Society Net. Let's take about 30 seconds. Well, we don't need to go through all that because we're not running big power tonight. So let's just skip on down. And tonight we are going to start with whiskeys. Space them out, running low power. It's probably going to be pretty hard for me to pull you guys in. So let's work through this. Whiskey call signs, please come now.
I just get in. I've had a little time to talk here and not do anything, so
W4OLJ.
happy about that, so.
W4OB.
Cooking or nothing.
Whiskey 4, Tango Papa.
WA4I.
Alrighty. I've got WB4GWA, W4I Diddle Diddle, W4OLJ, W4OB, W4TP, WA4I. Who am I missing? Anybody want to relay? I'm not being able to pull. I can hear some signals out there, but I'm not being able to pull it out. Whiskey call signs. Well, I keep turning it up. I'm going to be blowing everybody's speaker up, John. I don't know. I think it's conditions. It's got to be. I've never had an issue before. Nothing's changed. One last time for whiskeys. What I have is WB4GWA, W4I Diddle Diddle, W4OLJ, W4OB, W4TP, WA4I. And I went ahead and put you on there, Richard, because I had you a minute ago, WA4FUU. Any other whiskey call signs, please come now. Alright, I had W4WFL and somebody else was in there, but I was not able to copy you. Who else was it? Alrighty, we got W9TAB. Any other whiskey call signs?
Got this stuff over there. This stuff over here.
Alright, moving right along. November call signs, please come now.
Now, the other part of my shack, I got that other thing going on. It's always good to go.
Alright, we got you, Art. Anybody, any more November call signs, please come now.
November 4, Oscar, Yankee, Tango, QRP.
Alright, N40YT, we got you. Any other Novembers? None heard. Alpha call signs, please come now. Heard some signal, but no audio. Anybody on the Alpha?
There was an AB5, Billy, but I couldn't get the rest of it.
Did you say AB5?
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me.
Okay, John, I think he said it was AB5MD. I'm not copying you, sir, but anyways, we've got you wrote down. I was getting a signal, but no audio, so we got you in there. Moving on to Kilo. Kilo call signs, space them out, please come now.
Hello, 3, Foxtrot, Bravo.
Kilo 3, Alpha Mike.
Kilowatt, November 4, Mexico Echo. KA4AMI.
Kilo 4, Hotel, Uniform Flight.
Alright, so the FZD, I'm sorry, I can't remember what was the first of yours, K what?
Well, this is Kilo 3, Foxtrot, Zulu, Delta, K3FZD, over.
Roger, K3FZD. And then there was one right at the end, so let me, KA3, or K3FZD, KK3AM, KN4 Mike Echo, KA4AMI, K4HUM. Further kilos, please come now.
Kilo 5, Charlie, Uniform Bravo.
KM4RCL.
Alright, I got you, Chad. Then I got K5CUB. Further kilos, please come now. Alrighty, John, got you, K4VZS, low power. Further kilos. Alright, I'm hearing none, so I'm going to, any call signs whatsoever, please come now. So that was Alpha Lima 0 Foxtrot. Alrighty, we got you. Anybody else?
November 4, Oscar, Yankee, Tango.
Yes, sir, I got you in 40YT. You're in there. Anybody else before I go back to the top of the list? Alrighty, hearing none. Well, good evening to all once again. Appreciate the participation, and I'm gonna scold all them guys that was in here earlier and then left out and didn't come back in for the net. That's all right. So maybe they just don't like me. That's all right too. We'll carry right along. I got good friends, and I try to be a good friend. So WB4GWA, it is your turn, sir. Tell us about your day there. This is W4GCM.
W4GCM from WB4GWA. Well, good evening, Will, and good evening to everybody on the net tonight. Sure is good to hear all these good signals, and I don't get to check in too often on Thursdays, but I'm going to try in the future to make my schedule work.
But sure is good to hear you guys, and I hope everybody's doing really well. We're running a Battlecrafters HT20 tonight with an NC300 receiver and copying everybody quite well. So, Billy, good job, and looking forward to hearing you direct today. And wish everybody the best. W4GCM from WB4GWA in Concord.
All righty, well that thing sounds good. The HT20 is doing you a fine job. Sounds perfect. And we appreciate you checking in with us this afternoon. It's always good to hear you. Moving on over to Mr. Roy, W4I Doodle Doodle. I hope you ain't blowed nothing up, but since the last time I heard you, you said you was getting pretty good at that stuff, so come on in there, Mr. Roy, tell us about your day. This is W4GCM.
All right, thank you, Billy. Good evening to you. And all the Mullet, this is W4I Diddle Diddle, Roy in Pensacola. And it's Miss Minnie Pearl used to say on the Grand Ole Opry, howdy, I'm just so proud to be here. And I really am. And Billy, you're sounding good down here at my house. The problem is we've got some stations on 3890 that's very, very broad, and they're almost 10 kcs wide, so there you go. That's the problem, I think. Anyway, I ain't got anything for the net. I'm running full power this evening, all I can. I found that when everybody else turns their power down and I leave mine alone, I sound pretty good. So that makes me feel good. Well, anyway, just cutting up. Everybody have a great weekend coming up. Be safe. And Billy, I'll turn it back to you with this little statement. I hope everybody out there in Radio Land feels as good as I look. Back to you, Billy, from W4I Diddle Diddle, Pensacola.
All righty, Roy. Well, you definitely sounding good there. Let's see, I got to do something here. I was trying to pull up something and starting to get a little echo there. I want to make sure what we're doing here. Well, hang on a second. Anyways, thank you for checking in with us, and that's fine. Fine to use what you got. We always enjoy hearing you check in, and we'll finish up there and head on up the hill and see what we got going on with our friend up around Sweetwater. I was hoping to hear Norm this afternoon, but maybe he's feeling under the weather. That's we've been getting the privilege of hearing him over the morning. W4OLJ to pick it up. Okay, W4GCM.
W4GCM, this W4OLJ. Okay, Billy. Well, you're sounding good up here. Sure are. Been a nice day here in Sweetwater today. A little cool, but boy, it was pretty blue skies. I think we got some rain coming in though. We're running the Ranger here with NC183D receiver and the half-wave dipole. Well, I sure would have liked to have had this little rig, this little setup here back in 1956. I sure would. This is a lot better than what I had back then. And Dr. Ron, your HT20 sounds good up here. And I had one of those that I got it back in the late 50s, and kept it for many years and sold it to Emery Gordy down there in Dallas, Georgia. I think his call was W4WRO, and I was just curious if that could possibly be the one that I had there. I don't know, probably not. But anyway, we're enjoying the net. A lot of good signals on there for low power. Some of them did really good. So back to you, Billy. You're doing a great job there. Coming across the mountain. W4GCM. This is W4OLJ in Sweetwater.
All righty, mighty fine, Virgil. Sounding real good on the Ranger. And yeah, the 183D is a fine receiver. I've got a really, really nice one at the office. And it's a real nice one. And I tell you, the Nationals got some hard receivers to beat. The HRO50 is one of my favorites, and the 183D. They definitely up there at the top of the list. Alrighty, we'll head on down, check on Mr. Ray. It's been a while. I don't know, Ray, where you been, but well, I've been out. I've been missing nets quite a bit. The wife, she gets fussy if I spend too much time up here with the radio. She thinks I love them more than I do her. So we can't have her thinking that. You know, if Mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. So try to spend a little more time down with her. So we'll head on over to Mr. Ray, W4OB. This is W4GCM. How's your day, sir?
W4GCM, this is W4OB. Well, I'm doing fine, Billy, and you're absolutely right about keeping the beautiful young lady happy. So that's good advice. But I'm on Billy. You're sounding great, by the way. Beautiful signal out of Murphy, North Carolina this evening. I'm actually down to 15 watts. I'm at 15 watts on my Yaesu FT102 hybrid. It's about a 40-year-old radio, 42 years old, I think. And but anyway, so I'm practicing for QRP night, which I believe, Billy, is next weekend. So I'll dial it down to under 5 watts, but I'm giving it a try at 15 tonight. So hopefully you can hear me. But all good signals. I've really enjoyed the net tonight, Billy, and thank you so much for calling it. I've copied everybody perfectly. So I hope everybody has a great evening. And all the great Gulf Coast mullets on the net tonight. So Billy, let me send it back to you again. Thanks so much. W4GCM. This is W4OB, Ray in Sandy Springs, Georgia.
All righty, mighty fine, Ray. Heard you, no problem. Just one time it kind of faded into some of the side stuff coming off the sides, but I pretty much heard every word. So 15 watts done you fine this afternoon. As long as we ain't got no storms moving in, you should be able to move it on down. And we'll finish up with you and head on down to Mr. John, W4TP. He'll be the master of ceremonies next week for the low power. He'll be the one that's in control of the hymn. Thank you, John, for all that you do. On over to you, W4TP. I appreciate you putting up with me and letting me talk to you off all the time on the phone. Take it away, good sir. This is W4GCM.
All right, Billy, man, I appreciate what you're doing. W4GCM, W4TP, running 18 watts. Tonight we're using a 75A1 receiver and a 32B3 transmitter, unloaded and on tune. So we're down to about 18 watts. So I heard Ray coming in really good over here. Looking forward to next week when we run a contest. It'll be a lot of fun. And I tell you, Billy, any more power and you're going to have to owe me a meter down here. It's actually starting to bend the needle down here. I sent you a photograph on 75A4 that I got hooked up to another antenna. So keep up the good work, man. You're doing a great job. And like I said, Ray was coming in real good and hearing most everybody on low power, and that's what a lot of fun here. Back to you, Billy. 73, everybody. W4GCM, W4TP.
All righty, John. 18 watts. I'm going to tell you, honest to goodness, I think I heard 18 watts as good as I do when I hear you on full bore. And that's 100% the facts. So I don't know, you just sometimes what you're dealing with maybe overshooting your target there, but definitely coming right on in here at 18 watts, sounding great. Finishing up with John and heading on down over to Mr. Greg, WA4II. It is your turn, sir. Tell us about your day and what you're running.
W4GCM Internet, this is WA4II. Well, hadn't done a whole lot. Been sitting around most of the day with my eyes pinned to the outside looking for the FedEx truck, and they finally showed up, and wasted most of my profitable day doing that. And anyhow, so it's been a nice day, and I could have enjoyed getting out and doing some outdoor activities if it hadn't been for waiting on that truck. I was getting a package I had to sign for, and I didn't want to miss it. But anyway, everybody had a good signal, but there's some other stations somewhere that's coming in over some of them. Don't mean that our people's not putting in good signals, it's just that they're overpowering them. But that's life, and so thank you for picking me up, and good evening to all. W4GCM, this is WA4II, and back to net.
Yeah, I'm about an inch high, but I guess that'll be okay. I can't hardly get around there to everything to get it straightened up, so. Well, hang on a second, maybe I can. Yeah, maybe that's a little better. So, finishing up with Mr. Greg and heading on down to Richard. Mr. Richard, how was your day down there around Pensacola? WA4FUU, this is W4GCM.
This is W4WFL in Pensacola, and I gotta say that we've had a wonderful weather down here, and I'm seeing magnolia trees out, and my first azaleas are popping up in the back of my property, and so it tells me that spring is on its way. So anyway, that's all I have here. I was running low power earlier to check in. I couldn't get in with 5 watts, so I'm back on the Johnson Viking at 120, and just want to make sure I was heard this time. But I was trying to do it with 5 watts on my ICOM 7300 barefoot, and just couldn't ring anybody's bell. So anyway, I'll switch back to my usual setup here, and we'll try a low power again next week and see how it works. Might be just conditions, who knows. But anyway, that's all I got here. So Billy, I'll turn it right back to you. W4GCM, this is W4WFL, Pensacola.
W4WFL. I could hear you earlier. I just couldn't pull you in. So I mean, the signal was there, or I was getting you in there, but I just couldn't get the audio. So finish up you and head over to WA4FUU. Is your turn, sir. Go ahead. This is W4GCM. Did he turn it back, John? I could tell he was in there, but I wasn't getting no audio.
W4GCM from WA4FUU. Can you copy now? I boosted the power a little.
Yeah, I've got you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was on about 8 watts tonight. You're just going to copy that. There's I'm hearing a lot of QRM, but I'm sure everybody else is too. I'm now running 70 watts. And Billy, you're doing a great job tonight. It sounds good, as always. And these low power nets are always fun. And I enjoy them. Right now, 60 watts. I'm also fluctuating with my audio. anyway, we bounced around too. Anyway, Billy, I'm going to turn it back to you, and I want to thank you for all that you do and everything that you do. And now I'm down to 1.1 watt. What? I mean, 1.01.
All righty, Richard. Well, thank you. I could tell I got parts of it, but not all of it. I'm getting some skirts off the side that was kind of coming in there bleeding in with you on the low power, but could tell the whole time you was there. So, anyways, finished up with you, and we'll head on to W9 TAB. It is your turn, sir. This is W4GCM.
Yeah, W4GCM, W9CAB. Good evening, Billy. Appreciate you running the net. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of adjacent frequency bands moving around a lot. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm on the ICOM 75603 with the AL80B, putting out about 125 watts, steady carrier. Anyway, you sounding good. Everybody sounding good down here from what I see here. Appreciate you running the net. Thanks, Billy, and I'll turn it back over. W4GCM, W9CAB. Good evening, everybody.
All righty, Tom. Sounding good. No problem hearing you at all. So, thank you for checking in with us this afternoon. That's always a pleasure. And finishing up with you, and going to head on back down to Mr. Art. Thank you for swapping out with me. I could have ended up calling it last week. Everything kind of went sideways and got canceled out. But I fooled around, fell asleep on the couch after I come home from work, and the net was over when I woke up. So, but sorry I wasn't there for you. But anyways, thank you for swapping out with me, and we'll do the same for you if you ever need. We just try to work together. N4JK. How's your day, sir? W4GCM.
W4GCM from N4JK. It was a pretty good day here. Saw the sun come around, got up to about 60 degrees, and just puttered around. Nothing much to brag on. I was in the shack fixing things. Right now I have my old trusty VOM, my Simpson 260. I'm having to change the battery connector on it. It finally gave out. That's about the most accurate piece of equipment I got here, and it always works. I sure do like the QRP month. Interesting to hear the rigs that show up. It was neat to hear Ryan with his HT40 and Ryan with the FT102. Here I'm running my Flexomatic, the Flex 5000. It's barefooted. It's about 20 watts into 80-meter delta loop. So I hope you can pull me through. You're just pounding in down here, Bill. Y'all just move on in. W4GCM from N4JK.
Alrighty, Art. No problem. 20 watts was doing great. Got every word of it. And, I've been trying to get a new location up and going for my daughter when she comes home out of the Air Force. She's already out. She's waiting on her husband to get out, and I'm trying to get this thing up and running, so I hadn't been getting to work on nothing. I did the other day. I got a really nice, a WRL Champ 300, and I got that thing, and everybody says it sounds really good. I've been pretty happy with that. I like the WRL stuff, which that 500C. Blow the transformer on me. I got to get one ordered one of these days. Those darn things are so expensive. All right, thank you, Art. Finishing up and heading on back over to the coastal. Area down around Savannah. N4OYT. It is your turn, sir. This is W4GCM.
W4GCM. It's big and bold down here in Bloomingdale, Georgia. N4OYT. I'm running about 10 watts on the Flex 3000. Checked in a couple weeks ago with 1 watt. I don't know if I could do that tonight or not. But running 10 watts tonight. And everybody so far I've heard pretty well. Pretty well. And go over back to the net.
All right, thank you, sir. 10 watts on your Flex is coming on through. I mean, it wasn't a barn burner, but it got every word. Thank you, sir, for checking in with us this evening. It's always good to hear you. And finishing up with you, and we'll head over to AB5MD, and hopefully I can hear you this time. Go ahead, sir. This is W4GCM. Alrighty, well thank you, sir. Ranger and doing about 30 watts is making the trip. I need to look you up and find out exactly where you're at. You may be in Arkansas somewhere. I know you're over there somewhere. But anyways, thank you for checking in with us this afternoon. And appreciate it. Finish up with you and head over to K3FZD. Good evening to you, sir. Tell us about your day. This is W4GCM.
All right, this is K3FZD. Before I go any further, how does the signal sound to you? Over.
Good signal there. Go ahead.
Oh, very good. I guess hopefully I have eliminated the hum that was heard that other people had noticed several weeks ago. So I'm back on the DX60. I'm here in Central Mountain, Tennessee. Name is Larry. I think this is the first time I've checked into the Mullet net. I checked into the Southeast AM Radio Club net previously. So this is the first time for this net as far as I recall. At any rate, I'm glad my signal is good. I hope there's no hum. And I'm on Signal Mountain. The weather was very nice here today. And it seems clear, but maybe it will be cloudy. Temperature with the sun was in the 60s, I guess. So I'm on the DX60, running the barefoot, and listening with the Drake 2B. I also have a Yaesu FT102. I'll try that one another time on AM. So there you go. W4GCM K3FZD.
Alrighty, Larry. Yeah, you sounding good. DX60 sounding fine. I'm not hearing no hum. But I wasn't looking for one either. So, anyways, thank you for checking in with us this afternoon. Finishing up with you and heading over the hill to my friend Randy. Good to hear you in there this afternoon. I appreciate you coming around for me there. KK3AM. It is your turn, good sir. Take us away. This is W4GCM.
W4GCM. This is KK3AM. Man, a lot of good signal. A lot of angel music all the way in the shack here tonight. Enjoying it. I'm running the Ranger. I pulled it off the shelf for the occasion. It's been a long time. Maybe last year I did it. But it's saying I'm putting out 48 watts from a single 6146. Listening on the R390, not an A model, but the older model, which is nice. It has a squelch on it, so I could do that. And good to hear a lot of my old friends out there. Hoping to get to Dalton. Want some company, Billy? Let me know. I might even consider driving. But yeah, my day
It was a beautiful day here, and I did exactly what you proposed. I kept Mama happy. I helped her out in the chicken coop, and then we worked together taking care of some of the flower beds, cleaning them up for her. So it was a happy day, and this is a good way to really end it. It's nice to be here. You're doing a great job, Billy, and everybody sounds great. W4GCM, KK3AM.
All right, mighty fine, Randy. You sounded real good on the Ranger. It sounds excellent. Sounds great. Thank you for checking in with me this afternoon. It's always a pleasure, and I'll be trying to make my way over. We'll get that job done. Finishing up with Mr. Randy and heading on over to Dr. John KN4 Mike Echo. How's it going, good sir? That's W4GCM. Dr. John, you there? I guess he had to check out there for a minute. I'll check back with him here in a minute. So, we'll double back. How about it, Eddie Brown? It's been a day or two since I heard that melodious voice. W4GCM, go ahead.
Okay, W4GCM, this is KA4AMI. Well, everybody else was running low power, so I thought I'd try it too. I got about 18 watts on a DX60 here, and you can't hear me, I'll turn the amp on, but I've been hearing everybody else for 15 to 18 watts, and sounding good down here in Williamson. Let's see, we had a great day today, just fooled around in the shack here, moved the radio around, and didn't shock myself, so it was a great day. Let's see, had a big Valentine's Day yesterday, took care of Mama, and we just had a wonderful Valentine over here. But I know a lot of people really don't celebrate that, but we do, we always have. Anyway, good to hear you up there, Billy. You sound great tonight, and hope your coffee okay from Williamson. W4GCM. This is KA4AMI 73 for now.
Alrighty, Eddie Brown. Yeah, no problem. 18 watts just coming right on through there. Even with the helicopter trying to play in. Hey, Lord. I don't know what all that is, but anyhow, we appreciate you checking in. DX60 sounds great. And we'll finish up with you and head on over to Mr. Litte. K4HUM. Take us away, sir. This is W4GCM.
W4GCM. K4HUM. Make sure I'm not... It's looking okay? Yeah, looking forward to rearranging my whole radio atmosphere here. Anyway, this radio needs to go to somebody that has patience for 20-year-old rice burner kind of radio. Needs some tender loving care. It just will enforce me to completely get my AM shack put together finally for the first time since I left Atlanta. I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. So that's in the works. That's a plan, and I think I got the little outbuilding ready to go, and put another tower up where I can hang some new wires up there. Anyway, back to the net, and it's good to hear everybody. The conditions are kind of on a roller coaster. I'm not sure it's not the fault of that orange thing in the sky. It's been spitting some nasty stuff at us here this last few days. Anyway, but I'm copying everybody pretty much all okay. So good to hear the good AM signals. Anyway, back to the net. W4 Gulf Coast Mullet Society net. K4HUM.
All righty, Lenny. You sounding good, no problem. K4HUM. It's always a pleasure to hear you in there. Let's say we've been kind of tardy from the radio. Hadn't been getting to talk to everybody. Seems like been gone quite a bit too, so I've just been missing a lot lately. Finishing up Mr. Lenny, head on up to Chad. Chad, what's going on up there on the mountain? KN4RCL, take us away. This is W4GCM.
Well, it's been pretty cold up on the mountain, I tell you, this week. I went down to Morganton today, and it felt nice. It was about 70 degrees down there. And I got my power turned back to about 40 watts or so. So we'll see how this is making it and everything. And I'll send it back to you, Bill. You're doing a fine job underneath it. KM4RCL.
Alrighty, Chadwick, appreciate it. 40 watts sounding fine. Sounding fine down there tonight. It's always good to chat with you. Kind of miss being at the office there in town where I got the other station. I need to take something over yonder and string up your voice. Kind of give me something to do. Kind of get sitting in the car and trying to see if I can con some people there. Not really, but con anyway. But finishing up you and heading on to K5CUB. Been a day or two since I heard you in there. Tell us about your day there, sir. Take us away. This is W4GCM.
Billy, I don't know if you can copy me. I'm only running 15 watts right now running the old Harvey Wells. And I guess next week or the week after one of those weeks, I got to turn the drive down a little bit and see if I can get a little bit less power. Hopefully you can hear me. I am getting hammered on the receive side from 3890 and from 3880. I'm getting hammered on both sides. When the net first started, I never heard so many people throw carriers on top of the net. The lids were out, but now it's just slowing up. Somebody else at least, they won't copy me. W4GCM, back to you.
Alrighty, mighty fine. Well, we didn't have no problems hearing you on 15 watts on the Harvey Wells. Oh, darn. I guess that's something that I ain't got that I gotta have. I hope my wife didn't hear that. I might need to quieten down a little bit, huh? But anyway. She has a fit every time I bring something else in. She says, you can't talk but on one at a time. Yeah, well, it's I've got a disease, and I don't think there's no cure. But you sounded great on the Harvey Wells. Thanks for checking in with us this afternoon. And yeah, they love me. That's been going on. Whether I'm trying to talk of the evening or whatever else, they just love me. They want to get in there and see if they can take me out. It's kind of hard to take out a good antenna system, and that's mostly what we got. I built that thing as soon as I got my license, and it's done me a fantastic job. Finishing up with you and heading on down to Mr. John. K4VZS on low power from the big city. Take us away. This is W4GCM. Yeah, sorry about that, John. I couldn't. I'm getting some traffic off the sides right now, and something popped up on my phone. I'm trying to watch on the SDR2 I could tell you was there, but I was really struggling to hear you that time. I heard you earlier. fine, but I didn't get what you was running for as watts. But anyways, thank you for checking in. Appreciate you. And we'll finish up with you and head on. Let me go back up and try Dr. John again. See if he may have came back around. KN4 Mike Echo, are you back? This is W4GCM. And not hearing anybody. Alpha Lima 0 Fox. It is your turn, good sir. This is W4GCM. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good evening. W4GCM in the group. This is AL0F. I'm just getting back on HF after about 13 years inactive, so I don't have my real AM station set up yet, so I'm on an Icon, only running about 100 watts, so a carrier. Name's Tim, Tango India Mike, and I'm in Opp, Alabama. Just wanted to see if you guys could hear me. I guess it's a low power net. Anyway, good to hear everybody. Hearing everybody pretty well, even with all the noise on the side. Thanks for letting me in.
Alrighty, sir. Well, we appreciate you checking in. Glad you're back after a 13-year hiatus. You need to pick up some of that old heavy gear and get back in there. I need to look you up and check your location out. And we appreciate you checking in with us this afternoon. And there's always nets running. There's one Monday night, one Tuesday night. Those two start at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And then this one is 7 Eastern and 6 Central. This is Wednesday night, and then there's a net on the first Wednesday night of every month on 3880. But thank you for checking in this evening. That's the bottom of my list as I have it. Is there any late check-ins wants to check in to the Gulf Coast Mullet Society net this afternoon? Please come with your call sign. And I'm hearing none. Anybody else hearing something that I'm not? Alrighty. So let's see here. No late check-ins. Let's put the wrap on this thing here. Thank everybody for checking in with me this afternoon. At this time, the Gulf Coast Mullet Society Network concludes. I wish to thank all of you for participating in our net this Thursday. Our next net will be held 1 week from today. John will be the master of ceremony at W4 TV in Bay Minette, Alabama. And that net will take place at the same time, same station, same frequency. And as a reminder, the following AM nets are held weekly on 3885 kilocycles in the AM mode. Mondays is the W4AM, the Eagle net. Tuesdays is W4AMI, Southeast AM Radio Club net. And the Florida AM group, the Warren LA Memorial net, Sunday mornings. And also if you're on the Collins Collectors Association AM net, first Wednesday night of the month on 3880 kilocycles. As I already said, just recapping. This is W4GCM now returning the frequency back to regular amateur use. 7301, thank you. This is KO4SSY here in Murphy, North Carolina, saying good evening.